Hey everyone, this is Robert Kientz at goldsilverpros.com. I've been given the honor today to do the introduction to your feature presentation, which you'll have here in a moment. And I'm going to be talking about a new subject for my channel, and that is mining in Ecuador. I haven't ever covered this before, but there's a resource boom and a mining boom going on in Ecuador right now. Before we get into the topic of my presentation, I want to refer you over to our website, goldsilverpros.com. We do have a free newsletter service for you guys. And we do bring few free interviews in the mining space, as well as information on gold, silver, and the economy. If you're interested, please stop by and take a look. The title of the presentation today is The Mining Boom in Ecuador. And Ecuador historically had some mining, and now there's a boom returning to it. We're going to talk about that. I wanted to start with going over a history of Ecuadorian mining. The Spanish had several mines for gold back in the mid to late 1500s. However, due to a smallpox outbreak, a lot of the mines were abandoned because a lot of the workers were either dying or could not go work. And even though the Spaniards wanted to continue, the Ecuadorian people in the area had decided that they could no longer support the mines. Several mine locations were kept in historical record, but two were lost and are still being looked for to this day. The two missing mines, the Logrono de los Caballeros and the Sevilla de Oro, were established around 1562 and lasted for about 40 years. Yahoo Resources thinks they may have found the two missing mines, and they released some news on that late last year. And it'd be very interesting if they're able to, because it could lead to some new discoveries there if they're able to go explore and revamp those two old Spanish mines. Recently, however, Ecuadorian mining has fallen into disarray, and it wasn't until about 2013 to 2015 that the government created the current mining industry. One of the things they had to do was President Moreno eliminated a windfall tax that was previously assessed on the mining industry to increase outside investment into that industry and get some of the mines restarted and get some resource development. The government in 2015 supported 36 mining projects, including gold, copper, and molybdenum, worth over $200 billion total in potential mining output. And in 2017, President Moreno replaced the mine minister and began negotiating deals with companies like Lundin Gold, Ecuador Corriente, INB Metals, Cornerstone, and BHP Billiton. Mining investment is currently soaring in Ecuador. It rose fivefold from 2013 to 2016, and again quadrupled roughly from 2017 to 2020. Ecuador expects to attract 3.7 billion in mining funding by 2021, with some estimates going as high as 7 billion by 2021. So this is a really big booming industry. According to government officials, by 2021, the industry could represent up to 4% of the country's gross domestic product, up from 1.6% in 2018. So again, Ecuador is really looking to get mining investment and to increase their resource production as a way to support the government and to create jobs and to give Ecuador another source of money. Previously, Ecuador is mostly oil and gas, but with some falling prices in oil and gas, are not receiving as much revenue or as much profit from that as they've been previously. So they're now expanding out to different areas of mining, including minerals. Here's some of the top mining prospects going on in Ecuador right now. You had Adventus with a zinc project. Anglo American has a $35 billion company with a project out there as well. Yahoo Resources, I mentioned before, thinks that they may have found those two lost Spanish mines, and they have some other projects in Ecuador as well. You've got BHP, as I mentioned earlier, Dundee Precious Metals, INV Metals, Fortescue, Lucky Minerals, Luminex, Lundin Gold, which we'll talk about the Fruta del Norte project here in a little bit, Newcrest Mining, and Sol Gold for different projects that you may want to look into and symbols of the companies that you may want to look into who are doing some mining out in Ecuador. Ecuador opened its first large-scale gold mine in 2019 with a Lundin Gold's Fruta del Norte project. This is a project that I think was originally discovered in the early 1980s, and they have just recently decided to begin work on it, largely because Ecuador was not mining friendly, and there were some frustrations with Lundin Gold and be able to get that project up and running. But it looks like now is to be up and running with the new administration, and they're easing some of the barriers to get into mining in Ecuador. This project has proven reserves of 4.8 million ounces of gold and 6.3 million ounces of silver, so a lot of resource there. The mine is expected to bring about $2.7 billion in investment into the country by itself, out of that 3 to 7 billion that we were talking about earlier. They also in 2019 opened their first large-scale copper mine. In 2019, Ecuador inaugurated its first large-scale copper mine. They're partnering with a Chinese consortium called CRCC Tangguan, and they will produce gold, silver, and molybdenum. And this project is so big that they expect to have a 30-year mine life. This is a really massive project and really talks about the scale of the type of mining that can be done in Ecuador and why people are so positive about this country and its potential reserves. I think we're going to see a lot more companies and a lot more countries investing into the Ecuadorian mining sector. I think $7 billion is a conservative estimate by 2021. I think it could go much, much higher in the next few years. And mining some very key minerals. You've got copper, silver, molybdenum, gold, zinc, lead, all of these minerals that are very important to the economy, the base metals to the economy, and then also the precious metals for investment as well. Some of the newest mining projects, some of them are privately owned, some are owned by the national mining company in Miami. So you have the Luramagua project. It's a constitution of a new joint venture in 2017. You have La Plata, a capital raise up to $4 million for drilling, a drilling program installed by Torching Mining. You have Zaruma by Gold Group, purchased by Gold Group in 2016. You have Cangrejos by Lumina Gold, its acquisition in October 2015, and a 4 million ounce inferred gold resource there. And you can see by the map, there are tons of different projects going on in Ecuador. It's really starting to boom in the economy. So if you're looking for new areas that are now friendly to mining and billions of dollars are coming into those mining projects, and there's a way to get on the ground floor and a lot of potential ceiling to the value of these different projects and based upon the minerals that they're finding. Ecuador seems to be a new gold rush, a new mining boom that we're seeing there in that country, and definitely is going to start turning the eye of a lot of investors here in the future. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I think Ecuador is going to be a great place, a great mining boom, a great place to put your dollars if you are looking for some diversification into new countries. If you're looking for some projects that have really big resource potential and really good high-end value as an investor, Ecuador really should be on your radar. A lot of people aren't talking about this right now. I think you guys would have the advantage by maybe getting into this country and looking at some of their projects and looking at some of the companies that are investing in Ecuador, especially since the government has become much more open to mining and much more attractive of that capital as well. Once again, this has been Robert Kientz of goldsilverpros.com. Please feel free to stop by our site for these types of reports and more on our website. Again, as we cover gold and silver markets, the other precious metals, the mining industry, and general economy as well.